How do you feel about the constant COVID lockdowns? It didn't affect me until this year. Like being at home is like a norm for me. Like I'm not the one to often go out. Excuse me. Goodness, sorry, I have COVID. Sorry, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't have COVID. I just have sore throat. Um, but I think the latter half of this year, which is right now, there's a lot happening with Jelly's family, and she wants to fly back, but it's gonna be very hard for her to come back to Australia because of the recent lockdowns. No, sorry, travel bans that are happening in between the country, and she can't travel back due to that. Because she wants to keep working here. She wants to stay here. Obviously, she wants to stay with me, but at the same time, like she used to be able to travel back before, but now she can't because of this COVID thing. She can't see her family. She's homesick, and obviously, it's hurting her and so many other people across the country, around the world. Of course, we're not that selfish. We're not too self-centered. We are aware that other people are, suffering from the same issue. But you can't help but think, why wouldn't they let me through? You know? Why can't they? I'm okay. I'm healthy, so why don't they just let me in? And that sucks. Right. I decided to not overshare about why she need to go back, but it's for a very important reason, and it sucks that she can't go, and that makes me very sad. Yeah, that's how I feel about this constant COVID lockdown. Like it's not worth leaving the country if Australia would make it hell to come back. Hmm. Yeah. So I'm personally not suffering from it, but it's happening to those that I care about, and that kind of hurts. Like watching that. Hmm. I guess that's all I could say. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not really affecting me. I don't mind staying at home. I don't mind being here just talking. Like, internet connection exists, electricity exists, food. Supermarkets are open. It doesn't really affect my life. Like, payment, because I work in medical industry, hearing aids. I'll never run out of stuff to do. Yeah, I'm pretty much secured. I'm in a very fortunate position, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, unselfish too is saying, okay, now not to say I'm an anti-vaxxer because I've gotten 2 shots and I'm awaiting becoming eligible for a booster. But what are your opinions on government constantly changing how? Why are you capitalizing every first letter of the words? All right, so government constantly changing how many shots you should get and changing guidelines. Well, nobody knows what they're doing, right? This is like the first in many centuries of just dealing with a virus that nobody's familiar with. You've always done this? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised that the government doesn't know what they're doing. to deal with this problem. Like all governments around the world is just scrambling to find a solution to keep the economy moving, because that's probably a lot more important than people's lives, right? For the government. Yeah. So they are, of course, on our side when it comes to making sure that people are okay. They care about the money and we care about our lives. I think we're fighting a common enemy, but yeah, it's them that's making the rules. And yeah, so Unselfish 2 is saying it's a clusterfuck. Yeah. Could you have done better though? Is what I wonder sometimes. Like, what would be the better solution, you think? And what do you think that you are not seeing that the government sees in order for them to react the way they did? Could there be a miscommunication? Could there be, I guess, like a cluster cases that happen that we're not familiar with because, you know, it's happening outside of our city or wherever, you know, somewhere far away from the city. If you're a city person, you may not be aware of what's going on. Right? Unselfish 2 is saying, I would say stop the first world countries from holding vaccines and give them away to third world countries to use. Do you know why they're hoarding the vaccines? Because I don't know. Is there a reason for that? Because that's the main reason why we got out of it for 6 months, and then Omicron came out, and now we're back at square one. I wonder why the hoarding was happening. And Omicron mutated from a country where they couldn't afford the vaccine, right? So it would be a good idea to cure the entire world of it to the best of their abilities. Governments are selfish? I don't know. Why would government make an investment that is not, I guess, giving out any returns? But, you know, like keeping the vaccines with us while we're not using it and while the other countries need it. I don't know. I feel like there's something that we're not seeing. Omicron came from South Africa. The Republic of Congo has the second lowest vaccination rate in the world. At 0.29% have their first dose. That's 1/3%. Right. I'm trying to focus on why the government kept it. Are they aiming for like full vaccination of the world? Oh, of the country, sorry. While Canada has 82% with most people at 2 dosage. Right. Okay. Hold on. Right. Oh, excuse me. Let's do a little bit of drawing. Okay, so what was the example that I wanted to draw? Let's pretend that we're warriors. Let's pretend that we're in a game where we exist as leaders of an army. No. Let's think of ourselves as an individual. So this is me, right? I'm a I don't know. I carry a sword and a shield, whatever. Right? So this is me, right? And this is Unselfish 2. Here you go. And you got that Wingardium Leviosa stick, right? And Guro is the I don't know, Yeah, that's Guro. You're the healer, okay? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's say everybody else, everybody else is here fighting alongside to stop the certain amount of enemies. Okay, let's say. Yeah, all these are bad guys. Right. All the bad guys here. All the bad guys. Okay? So, my question would be, are you the type of person to focus on one enemy at a time? Or are you the type of person to make each of them collide? Like anime would, Like like Sanji would go up against, oh, if you know Sanji, he's a One Piece character. Yeah, would go up against people who is good at like leg work, kicking, like Zoro would fight people with a sword, like cutting ability, whatever. Yeah. You focus on the full group. We fight as a group. I'm the type of person to focus on one enemy at a time. Because that is a guaranteed win against one enemy. Once I take that down, there's 4 left. I focus on one. I take one down, there's 3 left. And then so on. I focus on a single opponent. If one character defeats it on that turn, then they'll just attack the next. Yeah. That's how it works in Final Fantasy. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're not talking about games here. We're talking about, like, I guess, the strategy that we have towards, like, certain problems that we face. Right? So, there's no such thing as one problem when it comes to, like, the real world. There's always going to be multiple problems that we have to tackle and so forth. You're one person, let's say, tackling on one problem. If you have help, would you focus that help on other problems, or would you focus that help on what you're tackling on, right? And hi, Truth Bear. Welcome back. And when that is happening, it's all a matter of, like, how you would deal with that issue. So, of course, it's fair to think that, these are Omicrons, okay? Let's say these are Omicrons. I wish I could type. I don't want to write. Yeah, Omi, right? Fuck. I fucked that one up. Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, so these are Omicrons, right? And, okay, so this one is an Omicron in Australia, AU, right? Yeah, and NZ, although NZ has very little going on with their virus, right? US, right? And let's say, South Africa. Yeah, South Africa. And where else? You mentioned Congo, right? Yeah. So, if we balance the vaccines out, and let's say the top row is, oh fuck. Top row is the vaccine. I can't see where my mouse is. Yeah, top row is the vaccine, right? Okay. Can you please? I need a new mouse. Right, yeah, so vaccines. You have multiple of them. You focus one on attacking one, and you balance it out. You're gonna slow the effect down, in my opinion. In my opinion. All I'm saying is, yeah, if one is trying to aim for one, then it's gonna take a while for everybody to finish everybody off. So, what I think the government was doing was to completely eliminate one virus. I think that's what they were trying to do. Because human beings are selfish. Yeah, of course. That would be the first instinct, is to remove and eliminate threat to the best of your ability where you live. Yeah, that's the thing. But what they didn't consider, and probably what they didn't calculate into this whole strategy that they've had, is virus mutates, and vaccines would immediately become ineffective. And that's because none of the people, almost none of the people working at the government are doctors. I don't understand how politicians could lead the world. I don't understand this sometimes. Why are politicians leading the world? What do they know that we don't know? What do they know to do that will better the country? Like, what is Joe Biden? He worked in the military? What was his history? Like, what makes him qualified to be the president? Just because he won the popularity contest? Why isn't there any qualifications, like, being counted in to be a prime minister or president? What am I not understanding? What do I not know? COVID-19 is the end of the world, says Truth Bear. Threaten everyone else because I don't have to fight. Alright, there's a course, like a major for like political science, right? You study that, and I guess you get to play a big role in in politics. Like, what qualifies you to be a politician? What I don't understand is that I never understood politics. Who are these people? Who are Ted Cruz and who are, like, I don't know, Peter Dutton of Australia? I'm dumb to qualify to be a politician. Yeah, what makes them qualified to be the leaders of, like, how do mayors become mayors? I understand so little about this issue. I only have like the outside perspective on this. I don't get it. Like, why aren't any of the presidents doctors? What if everybody had like like a PhD alongside with like an experience of, those FBI agents? Why don't one of those FBI agents become the president? That's what I don't understand. Like, people with like a lot of experience behind the scenes, high IQ. Oh, it doesn't have to be high IQ. Yeah, just generally good decision maker, right? That's what we're looking for. Why is it that we end up getting people who's outside of the expertise? The world isn't fair. It sucks. That's why. Yeah, I guess. I keep asking the same question. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but Truth Bear, welcome back. Yeah, sorry to put you in the middle of this conversation. Yeah, I don't get it. Because government didn't consider that, virus could mutate again. I think that's what I think. Because they didn't count that in, they thought, oh, let's try and eliminate, the problem that we have at hand, and then we can focus on the outside country. When in reality, the entire world suffers if you don't try to balance it out and eliminate it the best you can quickly as possible, right? Mm. Yeah, I don't know. Like, none of these people are some people are arguing against vaccines. People in politics are arguing against vaccines. That's when we should realize that there's a problem. Like, education system is obviously failing us. Like, most of the people in Japan that is against vaccines are mostly dropouts. Can I join this? Yeah. What's stopping you? Yeah, go for it. What do you mean? Go ahead and join Discord. What's up? Yeah, okay. I think I've said enough. I'm gonna be repeating myself. Was that okay? Unselfish too? That is my opinion. I don't know. It's just people who doesn't understand the problem dealing with the problem, and that's pretty much how we ended up here. Oh, can I join? Yeah, of course. Yeah, join any of the chat. Join any of the chat. VC chat. Join any. Get over here. Hi, hello, hello, hi, hi. Hello. Is the mute still happening? Hello, hi, 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 hello, hello. The mute shouldn't be happening. There's no sound coming through. Dead air! Dead air! Oh, how are you stuck muted? What happened? And people are dumb, and there really isn't much to do to change it unless you get lucky and get into a position where you can actually do something about it. I feel like there should be like a qualification requirement for presidency. Like it's no longer we're way past the point of like voting like cavemen, deciding who's a leader as a group, you know? I feel like that doesn't do the job anymore. Like we're way past the point of being able to do that and having the world to just move along okay. But then again, I don't know. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. A guy. Nothing significant about myself. You cannot unmute a mobile? That's weird. Well, let me know once you fixed it. I will wait for you. Okay, so drawing is done. Anybody needs my 2 cents on anything else? Anybody wants to ask me questions? I'm more than happy to answer. I got another 11 minutes to go. Mobile is bad. I agree. Especially on Discord. Discord sucks on mobile app. Especially the VC. I can hear you. A little glitchy, but I can hear you.
Boy, isn't mobile great?
Sorry? What'd you say?
Exactly my point.
Oh, right.
Alexa, pause.
Yeah, a little robotic, but I can still hear. What's up? What's your 2 cents?
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for
I
asking.
honestly believe
Yeah.
that COVID-19 was created by the government for crowd control.
Which government?
That's a good point. Who knows? Maybe that the other governments of the world is just a distraction, and this whole world is just created by like one government.
Could
Do
be.
you think a coincidence that like the fact that we live on planet Earth is like perfect for like human survival?
I don't know about it being a coincidence or not. We haven't even confirmed if other lives exist outside of this planet, right?
That is true. That is true. But,
we don't know
we feel
yet.
Like it's like a science experiment to see if we'd survive, right? Considering the elements are quote unquote perfect.
And what you said about, like multiple governments being under one government, what is the merit for this one government to have the world divided? How does it benefit them?
Just to make each country feel like they have control. Like there's the government that are above, like, like they're above the people who are in power. but the people who are in power have no idea that they even exist.
Right. So what do they gain?
Control of the world?
Right. Okay. So you probably have a license to drive, right?
I do.
Yeah. So what is the benefit of being able to drive a car?
There's absolutely well, I'd say the benefit to being able to drive a car is
Uh-huh.
freedom, but that freedom costs me like $600 a month.
So it's a paid freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So with the control that this one government have, what do they get to do with that? What is this freedom that they purchase for themselves?
I haven't thought about it that far.
Hmm.
Just like I said in my chat
Mm-hmm.
comment thingy, I'm not very smart. I just have opinions.
It's all right. It's all right, and I think it's great to have opinions. Yeah, I'm just here and asking questions. That's all.
I don't even believe in my own opinions sometimes, which is probably not a good thing, but
It's it's also good to have healthy amount of doubt with what you already know, because you'll keep
exactly.
asking questions. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
it's something that will keep you moving forward with what you know. Hmm. Well, Truth Bear is from Canada, right?
I am from Canada, yes.
Yeah. So that's the accent. If Guru is wondering. Yeah.
I have an
Okay.
accent.
Yeah. I got told that before too, and I'm like, yeah, I have an accent? I guess I do.
It's so weird getting told that I have an accent, though.
Hmm.
Maybe because it's normal to me, but not normal to everybody.
Do other people sound like you? Like around
Other
you?
Canadians,
Yeah. Yeah.
other Canadians do sound like me, yes.
Of
Like
course.
we don't sound like how Hollywood makes us supposed to sound.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guru, do you think I have an accent? I probably do.
I'd have to say, like, I know you're not talking to me, but like I'd have to say you've picked up the Australian accent quite a bit.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if I did. Ah, can you say sorry?
Like if I had to like if I had to choose between like you being Asian
Uh-huh.
or Australian, I'd say you sound more Australian than Asian.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I dropped that side of the accent. Yeah. Absolutely. Hmm. Many
I have
years.
to say too, like this is not being racist or anything.
Oh, oh,
Well,
oh.
it probably is racist if it has to do anything with race, but like
Hmm.
I don't know what language you speak, but like
Hmm.
you probably speak faster in your language than in English, right?
I still have like a fair amount of stutter with Japanese. I'm a Japanese, half Japanese, so I speak Japanese, and I I like to think I speak quicker in English because that's the language that I always speak in environmentally, right?
We also agree that everybody's racist in their own way.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, and not everybody accepts that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Absolutely.
accept the fact that I'm a racist. Like I know I'm racist against some people, but like I'd rather
Hmm.
not say who.
Yeah.
And I accept that too. Like if I talk to like I work a customer service job, and if people are racist, like say racist remarks to me, I really don't care because you just tolerate it because your job, right?
Wait, are you speaking from your experience?
Yeah, I'm speaking from my own experience. I experience a lot of racism on the daily because my skin is white, but I'm like not white.
Right. And racism. Hold on. You. What's up? Oh, sorry. I was hearing something, and it turns out to be my alarm. Okay, so you work at a call center and you receive racism, so people hear your voice and they say something to you.
It's not necessarily racism against me, but it's like some older people, like people who grew up in like the 80s and 70s. They have like a passive aggressive racism kind of mechanism in their mind.
Okay. And
But I never call them out or say anything about it. I just kind
yeah.
of tolerate it because it's my job to do so.
Yeah, if they're old, I usually give them more of a leeway. Like, it's a new trick.
Exactly. But if they know exactly what they're doing, then I don't. Then I say something.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like, you can tell when it's like unintentional and intentional, when it comes to racism. I think that kind of thing exists.
Exactly. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Not often spoken about though, because everybody likes to wrap, all kinds of racism into just one big thing.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's like the LGBTQ community. There's more than one thing in the community, right? But he's just like gay and likes the opposite gender and stuff. There's gender and everything.
There's a spectrum to everything. Yeah.
And by the way,
yeah,
you're not gay if you sleep with a fucking transgender woman.
Uh-huh.
That's just my opinion.
I never thought about that. Transgender woman, so biologically male, right?
Yes. Just, if you sleep with them, you're not gay. Whether they still have their penis or not.
No, I think being gay depends on your preference, right? Like what attracts you to them.
Women or men.
Yeah.
Like if you're gay, you prefer men, then you sleep with men, right? Whether or not they are a transgender man or not.
Yeah. But I think it falls onto what that person is after when they're looking for sex, isn't it? Like, so trans women may have the features that gay men would look for, right? And if you are, I guess, going out of your way to pursue the features that are gay men are into, then that makes you gay, no? If you sleep for the peen, then obviously you're gay. But if you sleep for the for the love of it, for the love of the lady, yeah.
It's not like you like. It doesn't.
I complicated, I know.
It's very complicated. Yes, it's all good.
Yeah, it all depends on what you're looking for in that moment.
What if you put a strap on to pursue the woman? It's not a woman. It's like a transgender man, like who still has a vagina. If you put a strap on, does it count?
I think some men is okay with strap on, but not okay with the peen. And to be honest, I don't really understand the thought process behind that. But
completely honest with you here, man. I am a man, and I'm bisexual,
right?
But I do not consider pegging to be gay.
Yeah.
You know what pegging is, right?
Yeah, of course I know what pegging is. Yeah. I don't consider that to be like, specifically gay either. It depends on. It really does depend on the pursuit of, I guess, what you're after, like masculinity, or are you there for the love? As in, like, you could be pansexual and you don't really care about what kind of organs they got, right? There's just so many factors to this.
I hate to sound stupid, but what does pansexual mean?
Pansexual is like, you like the person, so you fuck with them, rather
no matter
than
what they go.
yeah, rather than because they look this way and they have a penis and you like them, you have sex with them. Instead of being it like that, pansexuals would just have sex with anybody you love, I guess.
So like pansexual is kind of like you love them for who they are, like not for what they got.
Yeah, yeah. Bisexual, but less requirement. That's what pansexual is.
I'm glad you explained that to me because I had no idea what that meant.
I feel like I'm butchering the explanation too, though. So yeah, maybe I'm just oversimplifying it. Maybe it's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
knows?
yeah.
Yeah.
I get that, but like I'm open to any explanation, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold your explanation to like you know, to make sure I'm not gonna hold your explanation to anything really.
Yeah. I like that. Low expectation, please. Thank you. Alright. I have to end the stream. I gotta wrap this up. So yeah, Truthbear, thank you very much for coming on. I will
No problem, man. You have a good night.
I will wait for you to go live very soon. Hopefully. Hopefully. No pressure.
Our time zones are very different. But yeah, have a good night, man.
No pressure. Alright, bye. Alright, so that was Truthbear, everybody. Nice conversation. I don't think we've properly spoken like this before. But I've known him for a long time. Since you now. Right, after party, I don't know. I don't think we have the numbers for it. But yeah, you guys are welcome to, use the Discord chat to whatever you need. Or the Discord server itself to whatever you need. Yeah. I guarantee that there will be no unfair banning. I mean, there's gonna be some disciplinary actions being taken for people who, of course, is not being, kosher. Because we don't want the server removed by, certain moderators, so. Yeah, Flakes and Hair's busy in Hawaii. And what did you say before? You do sound Australian. I'm surprised you don't have a Japanese accent since you said you couldn't speak English for a while. Yeah, there's a story behind that too. No, like long story short, I just learned English like I was ready to throw Japanese away. And there was a longest time when I couldn't speak Japanese for a while, well, properly anyway, because of that. But it doesn't matter. It's okay. We're moving on. Yeah. And Truthbear, thank you very much for the call. Yeah, that was an interesting conversation that I haven't had in a long time. Yes, I appreciate. Thank you. Alright. So that's it. That's it, everybody. That's it. We're all going home now. We're all going home.